In the past, I've used mulches for my annual garden, and I've also used living mulch. I found that I've gotten better results when I used heavy wood mulches than when I tried to use mixed sort of living mulch. It just ended up being a bit too much competition. It works much better for sort of mixed type food forest, herb type gardens. But when I'm doing annuals, I found that I've gotten better results with wood chips. So what I did was this spring I put down a black tarp, and you can see this is where it was. So it was here for about 5 weeks, from mid-March until about late April. It worked pretty well, killed out pretty much most of the vegetation. So a few things have grown back, but not too much. And some of the stuff that you see green are things that I've planted. The next step is I move the tarp down the annual garden, and it'll sit here for 3 to 4 weeks. And it's been down for about 3 weeks now. So next week it'll get moved down to where you see all that green vegetation, clover, dandelions, purple dead nettle. So it'll sit there for another 3-4 weeks and kill that area out. And then as soon as I move the tarp, I can go ahead and plant. Next year what I'll do is I'll do it opposite. So I'll start at this end and then work my way the other way. So that way the plants that get installed and planted will be rotated. Like I said, this has been down for about a week. So if you pull up the cover, it gives you some idea. Things are starting to wilt. It's really hot under here, but it's going to take longer than a week. I think probably at least 3 weeks. The opposite side of my old annual garden, I've sort of been transitioning it to food forestry, sort of food forest light with annuals sort of mixed in between, and herbs. And this has worked really well. Using the living mulch and selectively allowing the helpful weeds to have their spot has been nice when you're mixing it with food forestry and not simply trying to keep the area cleared totally for annuals. So this has worked pretty well. I think overall, if you're going to use like a living mulch like clover, I think it works much better in a food forest type situation, even if you're going to mix in some annuals, than it does in a straight annual garden. Another thing to note is you can see there I've got a ton of purple dead nettle, which I'm happy to have because it's a cool season annual. So basically it occupies that space almost like a cover crop. So as soon as it gets real warm, it will die out. And so the time of the year I need it to not be there, if I want to put some annuals in between the deciduous stuff in there, it'll be dying out. So it actually is a nice beneficial cover crop. Lots of different ways you can grow your annual garden. I think for me, using mulches and wood chips is a good way to grow a straight annual vegetable garden. If you're going to be doing a food forestry type situation where you're mixing in shrubs and trees and vines and even annuals are fine, and herbs, I think it makes more sense to do more of a living mulch type deal, whether you're going to use clover. I would suggest using just a mixture of things, because a mixture of things are going to come in anyways. Even if you plant all clover, you're going to get a mixture of quite a few different herbs, and it's good to learn all the different quote-unquote weeds, because then you'll know what you can leave and what you can pull out, and that's going to save you a tremendous amount of work, and then you're going to have a more diverse garden that way.